Hello everybody, welcome back to the 88 Eagles Den, where I have 88 eagles, where I ask them their name and message. Today we're on number 31, Ralph. And this is Ralph right here. And his message today is all about the common, uncommon. So he's very special. He has a diamond that he's protecting. And it's sparkling. Let me get it close up there. So I'm going to put him right here. Yeah. So Ralph's message, the common, uncommon. I asked Ralph, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by the common, uncommon? And he told me that the common, uncommon is all about love. And what he means by that is that love is very common. It's a very common thing. We are love. We were created from love. Our body is in our creation itself is love. Creation is love. Stress is not love, but creating is love. The trees, the plants, the oxygen we breathe, like everything is constantly creating. It's all life is love. Everything is. When there's no love and the energy stops, when it just gets all out of whack and everything incoherent, then it's really hard for love to exist in that place. And you can tell the way that you feel, whether you feel love or you feel not love. And your body heals when it's in love. You know that honeymoon effect. When you're in love, all of a sudden everything is working out for you everywhere because you're just so in love. You're walking around glowing. And love is pretty magical. When you're in love, things just happen for you because you're in alignment. And what he's saying is the common, uncommon. That a lot of people are afraid to love. And again, this is my whole thing about childlike wonder, about your inner child, because a lot of people are afraid to love. And I'm not talking about loving somebody else. I mean, people can love other people all day, every day. In fact, it's easy for people to love somebody else because they hide behind that person. They get obsessed with somebody, with that person, because they're so afraid to love themselves. They love on somebody else because if they have nothing else to love, then they have to be like in a hermit mode. Like they have to be alone and they have to look at themselves, and they don't want to do that, so they just obsess over anything. That's why people who are busy all the time, they're busy because they like the distraction. They like knowing, I can't do this because I have to do that. Can't do that, I gotta do that. The distraction is avoiding the real issue that's going on. They keep being so busy, and they just don't have any time for anything because they don't want to admit it. They don't want to take the time to love themselves enough to have balance in their life, to enjoy the fruits of their labor or whatever it may be. They're afraid to love themselves. The common, uncommon. The most common thing, love. Some people are just afraid to love themselves. And Ralph is telling me this to tell you because Ralph has taught me how to love myself. And you may ask, well, how did Ralph teach you how to love yourself? Well, number one, uh, Ralph and his whole flock of eagles taught me how to fly above the bullshit, how to switch on or switch off that feeling of unworthiness, that feeling of, having to love somebody else, because when you don't love yourself, when you love somebody else, you're looking for that feedback. So when you love that person and you're looking for the feedback, so that justifies the worthiness of you. So when you feel worthy, it's like when you tell somebody, I love you, and if they don't say, I love you back, you're like, oh my God, they never said, you're crushed. Because sometimes you're saying it, not so much because you love them, but you're saying it because you want them to love you. Because you don't love yourself. So you're doing the thing so you can hear them say it to you. And then you get upset. Well, I just told you I love you. You're not going to say it back? Well, maybe they don't love you. I mean, you know what I mean? Like in that romantic way. So you're always trying to get approval. You're always trying to get that, that next hit of feeling approved. And it can be really like you're just chasing your tail because you're constantly looking for that next hit. You're looking for that next hit like a drug. You need to know that you're still in. You're still in. They say that you're doing great or but I'm telling you, it's not real. It's not real for them, and it's not real for you because at the same token, they're not really like you're not feeling it. You're not feeling the real love because you just keep getting that hit. It's like they're just throwing you a bone. Here's your treats. Here, take this. You don't. It's not even. You don't feel like that real true love. So you're just left feeling empty again because everybody's playing this game of chasing. You're getting your hit, and they catch on too. So they're actually looking for the hit from you too. Because they know you now, and you know that person too. So you're both kind of in this loop of they know you're gonna come like that, and they're gonna come like that. So it's like, and it never doesn't work out because no one is loving themselves. They're just their ego, their fears, and all that is just playing this game where it's like who's doing what here. So Ralph taught me to fly above the bullshit. And what he means is not like fly above the bullshit, but fly above the bullshit. Like all this distracting of looking at myself. And it wasn't so much looking at myself, it was the story I was telling myself. Because myself, with none of that, it's okay. But the thoughts and the beliefs and all that was just coming up all the time, and subconsciously, you're not even realizing it. But Ralph came along, and he said, listen, you're just going to fly above the bullshit. We fly high. We fly high up in the sky, above like so close, not above the clouds, but high, like close to the clouds. We use that feeling, that guilt, all that stuff. We use those emotions as wind beneath our wings. So in other words, that energy, that guilt or fear and all those words, they use it as momentum to lift them up higher. Because what it actually means is that you're learning more about yourself. You're using it as a opportunity to learn about yourself. Like, whoa, why am I feeling this way? Why am I doing this? I know what this is, but why am I even doing that? Why am I feeling this way? And using those emotions, those feelings, and asking the why. I love this a lot. You're asking why. Why do I feel this way? Oh, because of that. Well, okay, then why? You just keep asking why, until there's no more whys. You just get right to the root of it. So using that as momentum to lift you up higher. So you're not down here feeling low. You're actually being honest with yourself and loving yourself to ask those hard questions. So there's no more questions to ask. You get right to it. You keep asking why until there's no more whys. And then you start to understand yourself more. And the weight gets lifted off and you're flying. And you can breathe better. You get out of that mode. You step into a different state of mind. And you have a different perspective because everything is subjective. So you get to look at it in a different, you get to have a different perspective on it. And that's really all it is too. It's just having a different perspective. So she's saying like, I got to, I got to see a lot in my lifetime, people that are afraid to love. And it's really hard because when you are a loving person and you've done a lot of work on yourself and you just feel it with you. You don't need external permission. You don't need external validation. You know within yourself that I am love. My heart is beating. If my heart is beating, I mean, there's a source that loves me so much that's saying, hey, we're beating, your heart is beating, so you gotta, we're counting on you, like you're here for a reason, like I always say a guitar is not a guitar unless it's being played. A guitar is just a piece of wood with some strings on it. That's all it is. Like it's not a guitar until you're actually playing it. Then it becomes a guitar. So what Ralph is saying is you are that guitar. And unless you play yourself, then you're not being who you are. You're just flesh and meat, just blah. So to love is to honor that part of yourself that, I my heart is beating. I'm here, and there's an energy that's loving me so much to have me here, to have my heart beating, that I want to get on board with that. I want to know, what is it about me that you love so much that you have my heart beating every day? Like, what is it exactly? Can you just give me a clue? And you start recognizing things that, what do I like? And you start honoring those things. You stop looking for the validation, because as you naturally participate and take action on things that you love, you're going to see that those things are actually the things that people are loving about you. This kind of works both ways. If you act in loving ways, then people are going to love you for the things that you are doing, because you're doing them in love. You are in love. You don't have to be in love with another to be in love. You could just be in love. You don't have to wait for your honeymoon to have that in love feeling. The fact that you can have that feeling with another means that it exists in you. So you can just be in love and cultivate what would it feel like if I was in love with another, and then just get rid of that feeling of having to have another and just be in love for the sake of being in love. Having that feeling of, why do I have to wait to feel this good about myself? Why do I have to wait for someone else to come in my life to feel that way? Why can't, the fact that I know that I could feel that way with another, that must mean that I can just feel that way because it's a feeling that I can feel that way. So just feel it now. And of course, being with another is different, but what I'm saying is, your whole body, it doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know the difference. The feeling inside, your imagination just cultivates all this stuff, right? So the common, uncommon, it's uncommon to love yourself. It's uncommon to create, to create the things that you love to create. It's uncommon to have that childlike wonder, to use your imagination, to have an adult look up at the sky and say, well, I imagine, what would it be like if that star was, I don't know, if there was like a guitar band on that planet right now and they had a group of 5 people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, children have imagination. They don't have, like, they when we were born, we didn't have that analytical mind that just shot everything down. As we got older, our analytical mind got really analytical. And we just went into this mode of, you know, of just like no creativity. Everything was very like a I don't know the word I'm looking for, but everything is like straight lines. Everybody 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Like there's no like just creativity, imagination. All that just somehow people are like, no, that's wrong. But it's common. I mean, we are creators. That's what we do. We create. We have imagination. Like that's healthy. First of all, you know, they have adult coloring books and stuff like that. That's because people yearn for it. They yearn to be playful. They yearn to love. They want to love themselves so bad. It's almost taboo to love yourself. Like, what makes you, you know, why do you love yourself? Like, what makes you so special? Like, you feel guilty for loving yourself. And Ralph is saying this crystal diamond here, this, you know, it's sparkling. That's you. That right there is you. You are unique. There's only one on earth like you. And be the uncommon. Be the uncommon. Because it's common to love yourself. It's common to help somebody in the door. It's common to interact with the lady at the cash register or the guy at the cash register. It's common to help somebody just for the sake of helping somebody. It's common to open the door for somebody just for the sake of opening the door for somebody. Again, you know, if you're opening the door for someone just to get a thank you, you know, why didn't they say thank you after I opened the door for them? Well, don't open the door then. Don't do it because you're looking for someone to say thank you. Just open the door because you felt to open the door and just leave it like that. You know, they don't have to say thank you and you don't have to open the door. So if you feel you want to open the door for someone, then just open the door and know that you open the door and they got inside safely and you feel good about that and that's it. Like, don't you love yourself enough that you know that when you walk away you did something good? Why are you angry now? You just ruined the whole thing by being angry because they didn't say thank you. Like, what was the point of you opening the door if all you were more concerned? Are you more concerned about them saying thank you, or are you just more concerned about opening the door for them? Like, what is it you're trying to do here? Did you want to get a fix? You feel like, yeah, I'm the shit, so I'm gonna open the door. You know, no, that's your ego. So Ralph is saying that we're very special, and we're unique, and we are all authentic. Just like he has this crystal ball there, and that we shine very bright when we are sincerely, not seriously, but sincerely loving ourselves. Because sincerely is you loving yourself softly, graciously, boldly, ferociously, but ferociously in a way where you're not gonna let somebody convince you that your worthiness is based on their approval. Because you know that you were born authentic. And just look at the way Ralph has his wings up. It's like he's protecting that crystal ball. He's got his wings way up. He's protecting that. Like, that's really special. No, he's protecting that. He's protecting that. That represents him. He's protecting his love. He's protecting his heart. He's protecting his authenticity. He's protecting everything about him with love. Like, he's expressing himself. He's flying. He's in alignment. And he knows that I'm here. And I have integrity. This is my heart. This is my body. This is my spirit. And I'm going to fly around and just feel the wind beneath my wings and just allow myself to really feel. What would it be like to really feel love? And this is what Ralph is saying is the common, uncommon. Wow. Like, that's what he's saying is to honor yourself. This is you, that crystal ball, that crystal diamond. You're not replaceable. Like, once you're gone, you're gone. Like, once you pass away, you're out of this body, that's it. And it's like your spirit is almost like that crystal, this crystal ball right here, like this crystal star. That's you inside of your body. Like, that's your spirit inside your body. Your spirit never dies. We're in this body, this flesh right now to express ourselves and to love ourselves. So it's like that sparkle is your spirit. And it's inside of you, sparkling. And the more you pay attention to how you feel and honor it, and I'm talking about honoring it, like when you're feeling good and then somebody may say something to you and you kind of like lean over a little bit, like question what they're saying and, you know, maybe take it into consideration, like, yeah, okay. You start making the thing that you're not sure about, you start making it so it fits. You start tweaking it so it feels right. It's like taking a moldy piece of bread and piling a bunch of peanut butter on it. So much peanut butter, you can't taste the moldy bread anymore. All you taste is a lot of peanut butter. And you're like, oh, that peanut butter's so good. But underneath that peanut butter was that moldy ass bread. And you got so sick. When you did that, it's like you saw the moldy bread. You weren't really feeling it. It was like something was telling you, don't eat that. But then, you know, they said, oh, come on. Like, you know, you're like, I can make it right. I can make it right. Yeah. I can make it so it works. And you pile on all this peanut butter so you don't even taste that moldy bread. But sure as shit, later on, you get sick. And you know why you got sick. Because you knew from the get-go. That was moldy bread. But you just tweaked it to make it right. But it wasn't right. So the idea, too, is by loving yourself, too, is stopping right there. Like, when you see the moldy bread, stop. Don't spend time convincing yourself that it's good, and I'll just put peanut butter on it, I'll put some hot sauce on it, I'll mask it. Then it'll be perfect. It'll be so good. You know, just as soon as you see the moldy bread, just leave it like that. Throw it out. Don't even consider adding stuff to it just to make it right. Go get another piece of bread. Go buy a fresh new loaf of bread. Don't even touch that one. Like, don't do it. That applies like for everything in your life. Don't make something that you know it's not right for you. Don't try to make it right, because that's like the common thing. Like you're sacrificing your truth, and you're going into like you're not honoring yourself. You're not trusting yourself. You're saying, no, I hear you. I hear you, heart. I know you don't want that bread. I hear you, stomach. I know, but just wait. I'm going to pile a bunch of shit on it so you'll never know. Oh, yeah? Your heart knows. Your body knows. And it's going to be upset. Why are you thinking that you're going to pile all that stuff on? It's not going to work. You just have to be honest with yourself and honor yourself and not try to make something that's not right for you to make it right. When it's not, that's loving yourself. Because a lot of times people will do that. They'll, oh, come on, this, that. It's like, no, no, I'm not feeling that. And then time will pass and you'll feel better that you chose yourself. You chose yourself over making a decision based on peer pressure or, all those other unloving loneliness. You're lonely. You make all these decisions based on you're lonely. You're not lonely. You may be alone, but, when you really love yourself, those moments when you're alone, those are times when you could take advantage of it and really have conversations with yourself. Those are the times when you can use that alone time to be honest with yourself and ask those questions of yourself. Writing, journaling, and all that stuff. Talking out loud, just because there's lots of people in the street, everywhere. It can feel lonely, but if you find things that you enjoy, different activities and things like that, then you don't feel so lonely anymore because you're preoccupied. You're doing something that you love. You're actually communicating with God, with Source, by doing things that you love. So you know that you're not alone because you're having this intuition. Oh, I should go over here. Oh, these hunches. Oh, I should go over there. So you're not alone because you're communicating. You're loving yourself enough to take action on the things that you love. And you realize that, okay, I'm not alone. So Ralph has a really special message today, and that is the common uncommon. And how I'm interpreting that right now is when you're feeling torn, or like torn between what your intuition, what your heart is really saying to you, your truth, like when your truth is saying this way, and there's a part of you saying, I don't know, maybe it's not so bad, maybe it'll be okay. No. If it's not a yes, if it's not like excitement, like, yeah, let's do it, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put that peanut butter all over it. Pretend like it's good when it's not. You gotta honor yourself and go get a new loaf of bread. So this was a really long message today. I put a new more memory on my phone so I could talk longer. This is Eagle 31. I'm going to Eagle 88, so I look forward to Eagle 32. And I hope you're enjoying these messages. As I get more into it, I'm thinking of new ideas, new things. Whoops. It's like, you scared me. This is my cat, son. He scared me. Woo! You a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat. Anyways, thanks for watching, and Look forward to the next video, number 32. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out this long. You know, I'm processing and I have no idea what I'm going to say. I'm just doing it as I do it. So, yeah, thanks again. And I look forward to recording another video on number 32. So until then, don't forget to fly higher than that. Bye for now.